Ali from Pakistan.
Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh.
Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Sheikh, I usually try to average out the opinions of different scholars and schools when it comes to Islamic rulings. However, I'm finding it difficult to do so regarding whether it is mandatory to pray in the masjid even when one hears the adhan. Some say it's fard or some say it's really recommended. As a layman, what should I do in this situation, especially when I'm a bit time conscious at the moment? Jazakallah khair.
وجزاك. You have to follow your imam. You have to follow your sheikh. And as I said, as a layman, you can't just weigh the different opinions and say, meeny, miny, mo. You can't do that. You have to follow a particular imam or a particular scholar or alim who you trust, and you follow him in whatever he says. As for the ruling on praying in the masjid in congregation for a man, the Prophet gave you the criteria in the hadith when he said to the blind man who came seeking his permission to pray home because he's blind, he doesn't have a guide that would take him to the masjid, and Medina streets are quite intimidating and scary, lots of reptiles and snakes and scorpions and the likes. So the Prophet asked him one simple question: do you hear the adhan? Which scholars say, do you live within the vicinity of the masjid where the adhan, if called on the top of the masjid as loud as it's possible, the voice would reach you if there are no obstacles in the way? Do you live in such a place and you hear the adhan? The man says yes. So the Prophet said, answer it. I have no excuse for you not to do so.